Today we are ranking UFC champions. We're not ranking. We're just gonna give. I'm just gonna give my opinion, personal opinion about every champ. Okay, nothing. Well, something against some of them, but not all of them. I say I like. I mean, divisions we got seven. I think I could be wrong. Flyweight, bantamweight, featherweight, lightweight, welterweight, then there middleweight. Fucking light heavyweight. Oh, well, I was off by one. We got 8 divisions, and and shit. All right, let's just start off before I because I listen. Some people only get honestly, I don't care how you feel. Just opinions, America. Let's get it. Anyways, because some countries you can't. You get your head chopped off. Maybe your head. But all right, starting off in the flyweight division, we got Joshua Van. I like Joshua Van up until he became champ. Yes, I'm one of those guys, and I'm sorry. But I am, I got enough knowledge to say that, yes, Pantoja definitely did do it to himself. Well, he didn't do it to himself. Josh caught that leg, pushed Pantoja over, and Pantoja landed. You never base with your arm. Never base with your arm extended out. You just gotta break your fall. Take the fall. It's not like you're falling on concrete, Pantoja. It's a canvas. So you're gonna be alright. Even if you did fall to the ground uninjured, Joshua Van, bro, I bet you $100 Joshua Van was not about to hop in your guard. If anything, he's gonna try and pass your guard. But even then, I think he's just gonna step back and be like, let him up, Mark Garner. I think that was the referee. So I like Pantoja because he's the fucking real flyweight champ. I'll end it right there. Yes, I know I am that guy, but yes, Joshua Van is the champion. But you're gonna have to run that back to convince me. I don't want to hear anybody talk any shit about Aljamain Sterling anymore after he got the belt of Peter Yan when Peter Yan clearly did an illegal move on him. Got disqualified. He done it to himself. You don't need somebody with her both knees up. Bro, it's art. This ain't one championship. It's UFC. You still can't even do it to this day. So, yeah. Alexander Pantoja is still the champion. Not on paper, but Joshua Van on paper right now is the champion. I like his fighting style. I got nothing against the kid. I think he's like 25, around the same age as me. Crazy. But I don't believe in it. I don't believe in this hypocrisy. Anyways, next division, bantamweight division. As we were just talking about, Pete Hart. No Mercy, Yan. I believe that's his nickname. Nice nickname. Shout out to Peter Yan. I really like Peter Yan a lot. I was always a fan of him, even in those fights with Aljo. I want to say, even when he lost to Aljo the second time, I was still always a fan. Even when he lost to Sean O'Malley in that fight. But after I looked at the fights recently, and I was like, the whole time, I was like, no, Sean won that fight. But as I get older, I'm like, no, I think Peter Yan did win that fight. But the UFC is a business, and they just wanted to see O'Malley get that belt, which they succeeded, but he didn't get it for long. I mean, hold it for long. He sure didn't. But Peter Yan, I like him as a champ right now, even though he beat one of my favorite champs of all time, Rob Sweetly. But I understand, and I am grateful for Peter Yan only because he was on a 3L losing streak and he came back. He lost 3 times. He won 3 times. Then he got that fucking belt back 4 in a row. Bro, I can't be mad at any man or woman that goes through the bottom. The bottom. I can't imagine how he was feeling mentally. He was like, bro, I was a former champ. Now I'm on a 3L losing streak. Now look at him. So I ain't got nothing bad to say about Peter Yan. He's honestly a funny guy. Once you get past the Russian. But he honestly is funny, always talking with people. So shout out to Peter Yan. He's a good champion. He has won some of the best striking in UFC history, in my opinion. So clean, and he won the belt off of a former champion, Jose Aldo, who's one of the GOATs in this organization. So shout out to Peter Yan, A+ for me. Next division. And he's fighting this week Alexander the Great Volkanovski. Former Volk cooking with Volk. Are you mad, bro? Y'all seen that video of my man was slicing up that tuna? And his dad was like, "Oi, you got that little buck over there." Let me start this. Shut that mouth. Bro, I love Alexander. I ain't got nothing bad to say. Psych. I got two things to say. He beat the shit out of my boy Max Holloway, but that shows you how good he is. He done it 3 times. And the only thing I don't like is he took the short notice fight against Islam on a week's notice. The pound for pound king currently still. He lost a little bit to somebody we're going to talk about next. But that's the only bad thing I say about Volk. I wish he never took the fight, but it really wasn't his fault at the end of the day. It was Charles D. Bronx Oliveira because he got cut on his eyebrow. Then Volk, being a good guy with concernable size cojones, he took the fight on a week's notice or 2 weeks. Where the fuck notice? All I know is it wasn't a month or it wasn't 3 weeks. It was like that. And then Kamaru did the same thing against another champion we're going to talk about who I got something to say. So Alexander the Great is beautiful. He's fighting Diego Lopez this week on UFC 325. I ain't got nothing bad to say about the lad. He's a good guy, stand-up person. He's a girl dad. He's a farmer. He's a chef. Fuck, he's everything at this point. Like, I love him. So I love Volkanovski, and I hope he does take it home, but I am scared. I will say that. Next division. El Malador Taporia. Bro, I knew this kid when he was younger, and his debut in the UFC and coming up. I know he was going to be a mad one. I knew he was going to be a mad one. I knew he was going to be a champ one day. And it's crazy that he is, and that he is still undefeated. I like when I call people. Those are 2 people, that I can remember recently. I was like, Ilya's going to be a champ one day, and Merab's going to be a champ one day. I wish I bet that shit on DraftKings. Where you can bet on fighters, like who will be a champ this year or next year. They have those options. I should start doing that a lot more. But yeah. I remember Ilya became a champ only because he was fighting Volkanovski, and I was like, oh God. And Volkanovski just came off the short notice fight of Islam. And that's another thing that Volkanovski just broke my heart. It's like, why are you fighting right away? He just got knocked out 2 months ago. I swear it was he got knocked out February. Then December and January, he fought early February, man. And I was like, who the fuck comes back? For getting a brutal, it was a brutal KO. You come back in 2 months, madness. So that's just the cojones that Volk got. So I think it honestly helped his career out to take a step back and everything. But I get it. But Ilya, I knew that man was going to be a problem for anybody that just wants to stand up. But even then, he has good ground game. We just haven't seen it as much because people can't get past the hands or his takedown defense. You saw what he did to Ryan Hall. Who was trying to spider fucking twirl on the ground, Higarami roll, wherever the hell it is, and he got hammer fist to death. His goddamn arm, I think it's this arm, got caught on the back. He couldn't do anything to him. So Ilya's on one of those runs you're gonna remember for a while in UFC for knocking out Alexander, for knocking out Max Holloway, and then knocking out Charles D. Bronx. So. It's a beautiful thing that man has been able to do, and I ain't got shit. The only bad thing I had to say about Ilya when he was talking a little shit about Mighty Mouse, he was like, why would you ever call yourself a mouse? It doesn't fucking matter, lad. You see, look at the numbers, all right? But Ilya has to come back this year, or he's getting that belt stripped from him, because we know that you got personal problems, but your personal problems just can't hold up an organization. So you got to figure that out. But he already announced that he was going to fight in April or June. We'll see. But yeah, that would be funny if that's the way Justin Gaethje gets the undisputed belt. Honestly, Ilya, don't come back. Just let Gaethje get the belt, right? You come back, then you can fight Gaethje, and you can get the belt back. But just like Gates, you get the undisputed. It's not like you lost. You just get, stripped. Fuck, I can't say it right. So yeah, shout out to Ilya. I give him I give Joshua Van a D. I give Pierre Torion a A only because the comeback story lost so much. And Ilya, he's really been talking this shit and he's really been saying everything. I give Ilya an A also, but he's about to start to be a B if he doesn't do anything. Wait, actually, he's a B right now only because he fought one time last year to get the belt, then nothing since. So I don't know how early of those problems he had at his house, but still, I don't like when any man or woman holds up a division. It's not all about you. You gotta make other people's dreams happen, or at least crush their dreams. Do something. So B for Ilya. Next division. Welterweight division. I don't know why I thought I skipped the division for some reason. I feel like there has to be, I would like a division between lightweight and welterweight. I just think that'd be nice. Or I would do light heavyweight between heavyweight. That's something I think about sometimes. But I'm not, USC's fucking CEO, fucking EPO. Shout out to TJ Dillish. That was just a random stray. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that, but yeah. Welterweight division is Islam get chef. I ain't got shit bad to say about Islam. Personally, he took the belt of Charles Oliveira and he submitted Charles Oliveira. He knocked Charles Oliveira down and said, all right, I'm not scared of hopping and guarding. He did that. He choked him out, arm triangle, not even on side mount, just full mount arm triangle. That shit's hard to do. That tells you the squeeze that man has. Pause. But Islam, the best lightweight champion ever, most title defenses. Sadly, it's off Money Americano at the end. But, if it was off of Arman, but, that's Arman's fault for fucking pulling out in the fight. If it was Arman, that would be way better. But, everyone knew he was going to beat Marcano. I'm sorry. Then he moves up to welterweight division. It just makes a fool out of Jack. Craig Jones, what were you doing, lad? You didn't help him at all. You couldn't do anything. I can imagine being in somebody's corner and like you training for those months and that's the fucking result you get. It's not even like a fight. It's just domination. That has to be the worst. At least it feels like a toe-to-toe fight. You're like, yeah. But like that, woo, madness. Then he like I say, he won the belt of Jack. He's a 2-division champ. Not a lot of people are that, So that's why the Ilya Islam fight would be so big. Because they both did that shit in the same year, basically. We want to find out who's the best, because those are the two best fighters on the planet right now. You can't tell me any difference. So shout out to Islam, S tier. S tier for me for Islam. That's all I got to say. I love Islam. He's better than Khabib. Khabib's not even on my GOAT list. I'll put Islam on my GOAT list, especially if he wins more. That's just how I feel. He holds the longest streak in the UFC. So it's like it was him and Merab until Merab lost, but now it's just him. So that's another feat. Next division, Hamzat Chimaev. Whatever. I don't care. He's a good fighter, good wrestler, this and that. But I knew when he was gonna get the belt, this fucking guy was not gonna fight. Yeah. Scumbag. I knew he wasn't going to fight. And when I'm grading out these champions, I'm grading them off the people that they are. This guy's a scammer. He takes your money. Fuck him. Yeah, inactive, I knew, whatever. Honestly, I want to see somebody beat him. Yeah, I don't care. What is he going to do, fucking fight me? Punch me. I get your money. I don't care. I honestly don't care. Yeah, good fighter. I got nothing to say about his fights, but his inactivity, I already knew it was going to be shit, and I already knew the fuck was a sleazy little guy. He doesn't even hang out with a warlord or whatever the fuck. Yeah, I'm just ready for him to like give up the belt and go to another division or actually fight someone and not once a year. For someone who talks so much shit, you really don't fight. you know, whatever. DDP couldn't do shit. He sucks. Yeah, he couldn't. He literally couldn't do anything. That fight was so boring. I would never rewatch that fight again in my life. What's like the submission threat, Hamzat? I may seem like, yeah, he's cool. Cool guy, whatever. I kill everyone, I smash it. I was a big Hamzat fan until the inactivity was like, then the whole Mr. Wade pulling out and shit, and I was like, fuck this guy, bro. Personally, good fighter, but I ain't got nothing to say good about the guy. Yeah, that's it. Anyways, light heavyweight division. Alex Pochama. Yeah, bro, who even remembers Ankalaev holding the belt? Fuck that guy. Little weird little guy. Little no mustache, beard little guy. Little Stell mate of a guy. Who cares about the guy? Anyways, yeah, shout out to Alex. Only bad thing I gotta say about Alex is he did get speed run into the championship fight. But other than that, he gave us plenty of good fights and knockouts. The fights with him and Izzy were going Hall of Fame 1 and 2. Yeah, then after that, I still had something to say. I still think it was close, but I think Jan could have got away with it. But yeah, but even then, you see Jan's fucking resume right now. It's not the best. He's like 3 losses, then like 1 draw, which is just crazy work. Honestly, crazy work. So Alex beat my boy Yuri twice. Fuck it. He beat Jamal. Good. He beat Khalil. But personally, Khalil isn't even that good in at least the top 5. He can be like top 10, but when it hits the top 5, oof, I don't know. So I ain't got nothing better to say about Alex. He did his thing and everything. Oh, fuck, that sounded horrible. I want to shoot myself. You want to do everything and everything. But yeah, I got nothing better to say about Alex. So shout out to Alex. Good shit. Let's go. Heavyweight division. Why do I feel like I missed a division? There was only 8. But there should be like 10 divisions. That would be so nice. And they should do like some, they should do, not podcast, fucking press conference with all the champions one day. Why not? I think it'd be funny. Yeah, especially Islam and Taporia. Ooh, there'll definitely be some champions talking. I ain't up each other. Like, I can get your belt. I can get your belt, little man. I know I can get it. But heavyweight division, Tom, I don't know his nickname, Aspinall. We know. John Jones honestly made a mockery out of the heavyweight division when he was a champion. And it's still, if we can still feel lingering around to this day, if I'm going to be 100% honest. And Tom Aspinall defending, I ain't ever hear anybody defend an interim belt. I believe he defended against Curtis Blades. Yeah, that's crazy that a man had to defend an interim belt because the man who was the champion didn't want to fucking fight. Anyways, but we can make a whole another video on John Jones. We really could, I'm a fan, but if I don't like something, I'm going to say something. Most of these people are like, oh man, I'm the biggest fan. I beat my life too. Like, what? Where are we going? Like, how far, I don't hold anything against someone, but I'm always not going to let it go. I can't, Change your character. I don't give a fuck. Do it. Show me something then. But shout out to Tom Aspinall. He's not fine right now because Sirigan stuck his dirty French fry hands in his eyeball. So, yeah, that sucks. And we really couldn't get much to see out of Tom Aspinall. What really aggravated me the most out of that fight, though, was people and motherfuckers like, Sirigan was beating his ass. He was kicking his ass. You stupid motherfuckers. This is only first round. It was not even half the round. And we over here judging the whole fucking main event just from half the fucking first round. Like, how dumb can people be? I'm saying people don't have any, all this space in their head is fucking filled up with garbage. And they spit out garbage. That's just the fucking impression I get from people. And they're so switched. the people are so fast to switch them on a person, on a fighter in UFC. It's honestly disgusting. It's like, were you even a fan in the first place? Or even a supporter? Like, come on. But yeah, I really don't have much to say about Tom Aspinall. He's a good guy. I just want to see him defend his belt at least once, but like, he wasn't able to because Cyril God stuck his nasty, dirty fucking fingernails down his goddamn eye socket. Both at the same time, too. And I don't understand why Tom Aspinall is getting more shit than Cyril Gain. What the fuck? Fuck him. He's not even, whatever. I ain't got nothing to say. I can make another video on UFC fighters I don't like. But yeah. Those are the UFC fighters. Oh, it was as Chamaya D. Pereira. I give him an A, and Tom, I give him a B, only because, sadly, there's the circumstances he's been in. It may seem like I'm harsh on Chamaya, but I really don't like inactive people, honestly. All right, I'll give him a C. I'll put him where Josh Van is at. But then this man's like, I don't want to fight him involved. We're both Russians. Shut the fuck up. Like, shut up. Fight the man. Imrov, you gonna really not fight for the championship belt because this guy is Russian? Is he even Russian? What the fuck? Like, come on now. Let's not be playing this now. Y'all not even friends. Y'all not even friends. I got it when Alja and Marab were like, we don't want to fight each other because they're friends. They're brothers. Training for years. Y'all know, train with each other. So stop it. You're in fucking France. Oh, stop it, bro. You don't even speak Russian properly, you fuck. Anyways, yeah. That fight needs to happen. If that fight doesn't happen, bro, I'm honestly I'm just gonna be like, why the fuck? Like, just strip him at this point. Honestly. But thanks for letting me take some time of your day. It's been Malcolm Wright. Peace out.